San Antonio Spurs fans, if the price is right, would you be willing to trade Devin Vassell?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. So, just for the record, there's no rumors really out there that Devin Vassell is going to be traded. That being said, we've seen a lot of chatter about the Spurs maybe trading Keldon Johnson for another first-round pick, lottery pick. Don't think it'll happen, but you never know with the recent trades the Spurs made. And I wanted to throw it out there, Spurs fans. Could they throw us a curveball? And there's a chance the Spurs actually trade Devin Vassell for another first-round pick in this year's draft, plus probably some picks of our own. Let me know in the comments down below. Would you be willing to part from Devin Vassell for the right price? If not, let me know. Hit the thumbs up, support the channel, and subscribe for more Spurs content. Let's get into it. I saw this article on Spurs Talk that I want to share with you that gains a little, some nuggets about Devin Vassell and what's going on with him, and then give my 2 cents on maybe why he gets traded in the future. Devin Vassell, 22 years old, last year had his best year with the Spurs in year number 3, 18.5 points, about 4 rebounds, almost 4 assists, while shooting a career-high 39% from beyond the arc. Devin Vassell, they say, is exactly the type of wing that you'd want to pair with Wembanyama. He has good length, can space the floor, plays an unselfish brand of basketball, aka known as Spurs basketball, and understands the game at a high level. So far, so good. Winning the Wembanyama lottery probably changes the front office plans, though, for Devin Vassell. They expected, and I did too, that they'd probably work hard to come along with a long-term contract, but I agree. I don't think the Spurs will be in a rush to lock him up. And why? Because of what happened last year. Devin Vassell's health. He had knee surgery during the middle of the season last year, Spurs fans, and only played in 38 games. I got to think there's maybe a little concerns this could be a lingering thing. So Patfo, pop in the front office, probably going to want to see him play a full season next year before being extended, if they get to that. So let's continue on. Devin Vassell's defense also took a step backwards last season, and I did see that. That was quite noticeable. I thought he would be one of our best defenders, and he showed that capability at times in games, but I do feel like his defense, well, quite frankly, the whole team took a step back defensively last year, so that may have impacted him. Not to mention the knee injury could have been affecting him, the heavier offensive workload. So maybe we'll give him a pass on last year. He might have a higher defensive ceiling than we realized, but he certainly last year was not the player that he thought he was going to be. His long-term outlook also isn't nearly as bright if that defense doesn't continue to progress instead of regressing. And plus, like Keldon Johnson, his offensive efficiency it's not the best. He's about a 43% career shooter. That needs to start going up sooner than later. I like his ability to create his own shots, off the dribble, off ball, whatever it may be. He's shown a great ability last year to make his own shot. The problem is those shots aren't going in as often as we would like. As we continue on in the article, if Devin Vassell is willing to take a Keldon Johnson-like discount, a team-friendly contract, then there's a chance that the Spurs just sign him long-term and he's not even possibly gets traded. That being said, what I think there's a chance to get traded is could he be the odd man out? We got a lot of these players that are 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", kind of guards, forwards, wings, whatever you want to call them. And with the emergence of Malachi Branham last year, who's shown us that he can be a 3-level scorer, went from very tentative at the start of the season to being more aggressive at the end of the year, showed he can finish at the rim too. Yes, his three-point shooting was abysmal, it was around 30%. Could the Spurs start looking at a player like Malachi to be Devin's replacement, or even like a Julian Champagnie, who was phenomenal if the Spurs re-signed him from three-point range and really played great ball the last few weeks of the season. I do think Devin Vassell's ceiling should be higher defensively, and maybe his three-point shooting percentage, a 3D player should be higher, but I don't know. So Spurs fans, a quick video today, and I just want to kind of explore the possibility. I like Devin, for the record, and would love to see him stay in the Spurs uniform for the rest of his career. That being said, if a team's like, we see potential in Devin Vassell, love the 3D aspect, three-point shooting, the D, and like what we've seen in growth in between, and they're willing to take Devin Vassell and maybe a future first-round pick, one of the picks we got from another team, for a pick this year in the first round, maybe even a mid-first round pick, maybe another little bigger package. And we get a lottery pick. Would you be willing to part with Devin Vassell? Because I get the vibe from reading the comments from you all, you would be willing to part with Keldon Johnson, and I get it. I would hate to see him go. I doubt it'll happen. He is on a team-friendly contract. Spurs seem to love him, and I think he'll certainly perform better in a more consistent lineup with pieces around him. But would Devin be a guy that would you be willing to part with him? It's a tough precedent with the Spurs that we're setting by constantly trading players away, so that would be my one biggest concern as a fan of the team is, look at the track record recently. Derek White, DeJounte Murray, Jakob Poeltl. I get why it'll happen, but you keep flipping our young guys over to new teams. Could that kind of set the the mindset of players that are with the Spurs looking to sign long term or go to the Spurs? Like, I don't know if I want to go to San Antonio because I'll be there like 2 or 3 years. I'm going to be off somewhere else. I don't know. Just wanted to do something here. Open a conversation about Devin. Again, I hope he stays with the Spurs long term. But if something so good comes up where we have to move on from him, it would suck. But I would understand it and wish him the best wherever he goes. So hopefully you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. The weekend's here. And I turned up my mic volume on this computer, and I'll do that on my other PC as well. So hopefully you can hear me better. A couple of you said the volume's been a little low lately. I cranked it up, and I'll be cranking it up here a lot in just a moment. Thank you all for tuning in, and as always, go Spurs, go!
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.